Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my thoughts on the Toybox pack that's going to be coming our way here just in the next couple days. Be dropping on December 4th. You'll be able to get your hands on this. Not going to lie, when they first showed this off to us just a couple weeks ago, was not too enthused about the actual theme. I thought, like, even for us, you know, us very niche type nerds, I thought this was a very niche theme. Almost thought like, before I got my hands on it, I thought like, man, this almost seems like one of those amalgamation end of life packs. You know how like sometimes these games will they'll throw a bunch of things together that didn't make the cut, that like ended up on the cutting room floor, like when they're really heavy hitting DLCs were coming out. This seemed like one of those to me. I was like, man, this just doesn't seem like it's gonna hit hard enough, and I don't know if there'll be enough pieces in this to really hold us over. You know, typically we can take 20, 30 pieces out of this, no matter what it was intended for, and we can use it, you know, on other ideas. And I still think that's the case. I still think that this is kind of like like I said, a very, very niche pack. I definitely think, I can't wait to show you all the snow and what we've done in that. I definitely think this is going to be one of those packs where when you all have your hands on it here at the end of the week, I think update 8 is going to outshine the DLC. I honestly do. I think that this is a wonderful, wonderful new update as far as, you know, what everybody's going to get. Now, don't get me wrong, like the wave sim, that's going to be really cool. I'm glad that they're going back and they're re-looking at, you know, where they're making it kind of like acceptable. Like we know that they're going to be able to do this in bringing water park advancements to the game and sprinkling water park advancements in DLC. So they're kind of making that known that can happen, and I think the wave sim on the water park side of things is great, and I think it shows a lot of people they're not done with the water park side of the game yet. A lot of people express kind of apprehension like, okay, well, what about splash pads? What about this? People have said, what about the wave machines? You know, and I think this is a good step in the right direction of showing the community that new things with the water park side of things can come. And personally, I think these flat rides and the new gen vector, this inverted suspending a vector that they're giving us, 100% worth the price of the DLC. And all of these flat rides, now that I have actually seen them in game. Like I said, the theme, it might have to grow on you a little bit. There's not a whole lot that stands out to me where I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I have to have that. I honestly, I was spending more time, and you'll see when we're allowed to show it, like in Wilderness Springs and all that, really toiling through the festive pack from Planet Coaster 1. I have been spending more time kind of using that and just using the overall update 8 features really more than anything with the DLC. And I think it'll be interesting to see how many of you guys kind of feel that way. But yeah, I just always good to see that the game is continuing to advance. And you know, a lot of you all made some good points today on Reddit, and I saw some Facebook posts where you love that they thought outside of the box on this pack. And remember, a lot of you have said we don't want Planet Coaster 1.5. Like we would have just, if that was all we were going to get is rehashed Planet Coaster themes, we would have stayed with the original. And I think, you know, putting aside like me personally wanting just a little more generic theming over, you know, Toybox pack, I think a lot of us can agree that this is a good indication that they are really, pun intended, thinking outside the box. I don't think anybody would have had on their bingo card, what do you think's coming, S-Stan? I really think they're probably going to do a Toy Story, you know, they're probably going to do a Toy Story Land type of pack. That's probably what's coming if I had to put my bet on it. Nobody would have said that, and I think that's fun. So I think that really opens up the door to us saying we have no clue what is coming. And I always think that keeps things fresh and interesting. Now that this is out just in time for the holidays, it's safe to say the next time we get a DLC, it will be a spring pack, and who absolutely knows. And then of course we always have the thought of, with some of these updates and things keep getting introduced, do they ever dip their toes into old DLCs making their way back, even in the form via part of a free update? Like, just go out on a wild limb and say, like, we get a new DLC in the springtime, but as far as the free update goes, they're gonna throw in the adventure pack pieces. Just things like that are always kind of at the back of my mind. How insane that would be if stuff like that started to happen, bringing in some of those old pieces in the form of free updates and still offering via paid content, totally new thought out themes. I think the sky's the limit with the potential that Planet Coaster 2 still has. I don't think any of us need to be writing it off just yet. I think they still have a good long plan for the game, and I just think this update 8 is another really good indication of some of the direction they want to take the game, and the continuation of the implementing the feedback that we're giving them. So definitely don't forget to keep doing that. Like, we have absolutely seen things that you guys talk about on a weekly basis have started to make their way into these updates and into these games. And even like all the weird stuff that Teji figures out, we're seeing that stuff is starting to make its way into the game in a proper way, and I am really excited for that as well. But I'm excited, airdrop, high roll, FNN thriller, the kid coaster, the wave sim, of course the vector, and who knows, we might get in here with this pack, with this Toybox pack, and there could be all kinds of pieces in here that you could start using for things that you haven't even envisioned yet. I'm just telling you, as someone who's personally played with the pack, I'm not seeing a lot of generic crossover just yet. But at the same time, I'm on a very specific, wilderness type build where some of these pieces, they just might not be in my head right now of using them for something else. But like I said, if you guys just stick around until the end of the week when we're allowed to kind of present what this update 8 is. And guys, Wilderness Springs in the snow, you are going to be deceased. It looks incredible. They've almost even changed the gradient of the game. The water looks different now. The hue of the springs in Wilderness Springs looks different. It's almost like I don't know if they've like toned down the harsh brightness of the game, or maybe dialed back that saturation a little bit. But you'll notice that on the 4th, when you jump in, they have definitely tweaked the coloring, the color gradient of the game. So very, very interesting that they're still kind of refining that and making tweaks to that. And you guys will be able to check that out at the end of the week. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. I just always love to jump on here and give you my honest opinion. The Toybox pack, very, very niche. Update 8, absolutely killer. You guys are going to absolutely lose your mind when you see this snow and what it does and how it interacts with things. I can just not wait until we can present that to you guys here like in the next 72 hours or so. So anyways, guys, I'm S Dan Wolf. As always, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all this Planet Coaster 2 mischief. and I'll catch you in the next video.